Hey, welcome to the Tuesday show. I am Ultra David.
And I am James Chen. How's everybody going?
Excellent. Today we will talk about how Anaheim Ducks are most likely beating the Calgary Flames. I don't know that to be true because I'm confident enough that I'm not even going to look at the score because it's just a blow-up.
Yeah, it's kind of funny right now because two SoCal teams are doing really well.
I wore this shirt today. This is actually totally unintended.
two SoCal teams are doing really well, and I'm not happy about either one of them. So
now you're a fan of the crap teams.
Yeah.
Now you know how it feels. Actually, I was thinking about this the other day. I still think of the Ducks as being like a historically bad hockey team. Well, because their first 10 years, they mostly were.
I guess that's true.
And that's when I started watching their first years. So I feel like I grew up with them being sucky.
Right.
But actually, for the last decade,
they've been amazing.
They've been one of the best teams in the league, like, pretty consistently.
Exactly. So. But they still have, half the number of championships as the Kings right now, right? So.
Yeah, what a strange turn of events that was.
I know, right? Because the Ducks got it first, and it was like, haha, and then the Kings got number 2 first, so... Woohoo!
That's true. Well, hey, you know what? We're both beating NorCal.
Dude.
San Jose.
Dude,
sucks.
You know what? I'm actually terrified. Like, would be happy if the Warriors won this year because Stephen Curry is an amazing player.
Really cool,
he deserves it, right? I just don't want to see what happens to all the NorCal people that we know. Because whenever NorCal sports teams win, like, you hear it the most from NorCal.
I mean... And they've won. They have.
Like the Giants, right?
Exactly,
like Giants, like you just can't stop hearing about it. So I don't know. I'd like to see the Warriors win because I like Stephen Curry, but I just don't want to see the kind of we won.
I hear you.
Them,
I mean, but that'd be funny though. 'Cause when I lived in the Bay Area, I knew precisely one fan of that team. The entire 4 years I lived in the Bay Area for 4 years, and East Bay even, and I met one fan of the Golden State Warriors.
Because they were terrible.
One. Yeah. I literally never saw a hat other than that. I didn't live that far from the stadium. We drove by the stadium when they had games. Nobody was there. So,
they were so awful back then.
Yeah. So, I mean, now if people are going to be fans of that team, it's just like stupid bandwagoning, which I think is funny. But it shows that they're not real fans. They're not real fans. So if that team wins, it's like, congrats to their 10 fans for real. And then everybody else, enjoy your temporary bandwagoning, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's how I feel about, like, even Clippers fans right now. Like, there's all these Clipper fans out of nowhere, and it's like, really? Come on.
That team had 50 fans, 10 years ago. Come on.
Like Billy Crystal.
Right.
Frankie Muniz. Right. And, like Kara.
Right, yeah. Like, you could name them because there were so few. Anyway, so presumably the Ducks are winning. We'll talk about KVO results from this past weekend. We will talk about upcoming tournaments, including
a lot of upcoming events.
Texas Showdown, which is this coming weekend, and we'll have news about Combo Breaker and ECT. We will talk about Killer Instinct. We will talk about Mortal Kombat. We will talk about
Skullgirls.
Skullgirls for sure. We'll talk about, as we've written it down, dumb Kotaku article. That's in our little bill of events.
In the notes, that's actually what I typed out was dumb Kotaku article. Yeah.
And then we'll finish off by just talking about nonsense.
Yeah, random stuff. So, okay, so where are we starting here? KVO cross Team Stick Bug.
Yeah. Which
apparently had a very dramatic. There was a little bit of drama going on over there, but before we get into that, let's just talk about the results of what happened. So,
for sure, we'll start with Street Fighter 4, even though that wasn't really the highlight of. Well, we'll talk about this. Yeah. That wasn't really the highlight of the event, but we'll talk about that first, because it was actually really good. I watched.
Okay, cool.
Some of it, not all of it.
Nice.
Top 8 from the bottom: FGC Pepidai with El Fuerte, 7th place. Also 7th was Koji KOG with T-Hawk. 5th were Bonchan Sagat and Inko Rufus. 4th was Kazunoko Yun. 3rd was Mad Catz Tokido Akuma. 2nd was Tonpi Viper. First place overall, Black Eye Nemo, Rolento, and DiCaprio.
Yeah, I heard he's having a lot of fun with DeCapre. I read some tweet that he's just like, he just likes using DeCapre. A lot of people are thinking that, because that's why Infiltration uses her too. Because I asked him specifically, I was like, why do you keep using DeCapre? And he was like, she's fun.
That's a good reason. So,
yeah.
Look, Nemo's DeCapre was the best.
Really?
I mean, no surprise, because his Relento's on a step up from everybody else. His DeCapre, I mean, to be fair, when he played it against, I believe it was Kazunoko, he did stuff that was not punished well. Like, he did Stinger, Wake Up Stinger, and that thing is minus a dash in full combo.
Right,
you know?
right.
But Kazunoko just did, like, stand strong, up kicks.
Right,
I'm sure Yun does better stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how familiar Kazunoko was, but Nemo shut him down. I mean, just shut him down completely.
Okay.
I mean, you know how he does like stand fierce anti-air with Rolento that nobody else uses.
Right.
He was doing that with stand strong. With,
with DeCapre.
Yeah. Which is, it's there. People know about it, but nobody does. And he
does
does it.
Because the weird thing is with Cammy, Strong was always a good anti-air, but Fierce was better. So everyone thinks Fierce is the anti-air button, and then all of a sudden when DeCapre loses that, you're like, oh, she doesn't have her Fierce anti-air, and still got the Strong button.
You're right. It's pretty good. Yeah. So he was really, really good. I mean, he's just such a good player.
Dude,
he's such a good
ridiculous.
Player. Tompi Viper, you know, he's a good Viper player. Obviously, people know about him. But, and I think he won a big-ish tournament not too long ago. I don't forget which one it was. But yeah, really happy for him. Hopefully, there's going to be more of this, you know, getting top 2 or winning from him.
Look, both of us have said this for a long time, that we think Viper is ridiculously good in this game.
Yes.
We think she's super good. Now, I know there's a lot of, one particular Viper player who thinks that she's terrible now because of the delayed wake-up and stuff like that. Wolf Crone, of course,
Indeed.
Doesn't believe she's as strong because she lost her mix-up game. But that's a nerf to everybody who had that mix-up game.
Right.
I feel like she gained so much more, and they had someone Giffy catted the Viper combo of low forward Thunder Knuckle FADC combo into Ultra, and I've always wondered, like, how do you not turn her into an amazing character when she lands her Ultra off of low forward for 2 meters?
And they buffed her low forward.
Yeah, and they made it reach further. So I remember when they first announced the changes, both of us were like, she's gonna be top tier now.
Yeah.
And then everyone dropped her. I don't understand. So
I don't understand.
It's good to see Tompi actually do this and start, beating people up with Viper. I'm happy to see it. So 'cause I think that character is ridiculous. So
absolutely agree with that. Tokido Akuma third did well. Kazunoko, we see those guys up there. That happens.
Right.
Inko Rufus, I am so impressed by, and again, this is not a new thing either, but he's just so good. He makes really smart decisions all the time. He plays a really good ground game with that character.
Okay.
Really good ground game.
Okay.
Like he counter pokes well with that character. I just really like. I mean, he uses that focus back throw tech.
I was wondering, is he using it now?
Oh,
dude, that's a big game changer.
That's really nice.
If you can do that consistent, we've always said that we don't think Rufus is necessarily a top tier character, that he's like middle of the road or high tier. If you can master focus throw, that could propel him into being top tier, I think, because
it's really helpful.
It covers one of his biggest weaknesses, which is the meaty low jab that I can block EX Messiah kick, right? Because now he doesn't go over, but it's still just as bad for a lot of matchups. But if you can focus that and throw, that's a huge game changer for him. So
I definitely hear that. He's really smart. Yay, Koji KOG got up there.
Was this a premier qualifier, or was this just a ranking event?
This was, I think, a qualifier for CPT Asia.
Oh, CPT Asia, that's what it is. Okay, gotcha.
9th place was Misei Makoto.
Nice.
Shiro Abel, Gachikun Sagat. It was a good tournament.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see any of it, unfortunately. So
definitely enjoyed it.
Okay.
Now, like I said, that wasn't really the highlight for people who went there, right? I mean, it was it was shown a lot on stream, but that had something like 64 people, I think I read in that blurb, and there were 200 Marvel players there. Unfortunately, well, we'll talk about this, but let's go over the results. So, top 8 for Marvel. Some of these people do not have teams next to them. Emumaki 7th place, Horuto 7th place, 5th place was BE Nemo, and also Hiyase.
Okay.
Tokumitsu Bomber. I mean, that's like the team name.
Right, right.
Bonchu, then SMMT got third. SMMT Tachio with Wolvie Doom Akuma. Interesting. Okay. Second place was TMP Cross with Zero Dante Strange. First place was TMP Magushin with Virgil, Doom, and Strider.
Yeah, I'm going to assume Bonchu, the guy who got fourth place. I saw Angelic tweet that a Shuma on point team got top 4.
Right.
And I think that's probably him because I don't see any. I don't
right.
see any other Shuma teams in there. So
I think you're right. Yeah.
It's a shame that no one really got to see that. But
Oh, it
we'll
sucks.
talk about that in just a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
I wish I had more to say about the results, but I just I
But
didn't see it. So
there's a reason why they're tied for third there, right? No, okay, they did.
No,
it was double
they're not,
elimination.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah. Smash was a big deal there as well. Oh dang, Villager won. Okay, that's still sick. I all right. So 7th places were Suther
with unknown player
or Susa, whatever.
unknown character.
Yeah, exactly. Brood with Duck Hunt 7th place also. Then
Nice.
5th places were Edge with Sheik and Choco with Zero Suit Samus. 4th was Earth with Pit. 3rd was Rain with Diddy. Then Komo Rikiri got 2nd with Mario and Sonic. Winner of it all, Ranai with Moribito, aka the Villager. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I've heard Japan's really gotten into this game, like hardcore. The problem is that they're a little bit upset at the customs rules at Evo.
Are they?
So I think that they're not as interested, so they might not come out as much.
Oh.
But we'll see how that goes.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I think they play with just default sets, but I don't know if that's changing or anything, or if they're going to try to learn others just for Evo and such.
Huh.
So yeah.
Okay. This game got patched slightly recently.
Yes, that's right.
And it is interesting to look at what the results are. Villager, Mario, Sonic, Diddy, Pit, Zero Suit Samus, Sheik, Duck Hunt, I don't know. Then 9th places included Pac-Man and Gekuga? Is that... I don't know what the translation of
Maybe
that
that's
is.
Greninja or something like that.
That would be my guess, yeah.
Because the Pokemon definitely have very different names, right? So
that would be my guess.
I mean, here's a interesting little tidbit. Zero, who's pretty much the best Smash Wii U player so far because he's been winning everything, right? Hasn't lost a set in Wii U at all until just the most recent tournament he was in. When he was in grand finals, he got sent to losers reset, and then he won anyway. So that's an indication that Diddy Kong is a little nerfed, right?
Okay.
So maybe that's the case. But dude, that guy is still ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, and he's also been playing a lot of Falcon as well. So but
so he wins.
Dominating.
Ranai wins a trip to either Evo 2015 or Apex 2016.
Okay.
He gets to pick.
Nice. Good
Very
stuff.
nice.
Good stuff.
I really gotta check that out. I hope that was streamed.
Oh yeah, some people are saying that it's Greninja.
It is Greninja. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know it. Me and Pokemon.
Yeah.
Look, I don't even have Pikachu back here.
Dang.
He was like on sale, and I never even got him, dude, because I just wasn't really interested in Pikachu. I have no attachment with Pikachu, so.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of them are Pokemon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Melee was won by Ko Notori with Fox. Second place was Amsa with Yoshi. Yeah. Rudolph Marth, 3rd place.
Yeah, I heard that one was pretty crazy because I think a lot of people are surprised that Amsa didn't win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Then Xrd. Top 8 were Daru, Koichi, 7th places. 5th places were Rozu and Isamu. Then 4th was Nakamura. 3rd was Nage with Faust. 2nd was Takehara with Ramlethal. Winner of the whole thing was Senko no Woshige with Milia Rage.
Now, I forget, is KVO considered a big anime game tournament? Or
I mean, it was cross stick bug, right? So
yeah, right. So I would imagine that was probably one of the
Yeah.
emphasis, right? Okay, okay.
BBCP. Oh, dang. All right.
I heard about this.
Did you really? Okay.
I didn't get to see it.
So, top 8, 7th places, Hayashi and Zero. 5th, Yoshiki and Dora. 4th place, Fumo. 3rd place, Ryo with Relius. Second place, Sadie with Tager.
Tager in grand finals, yeah.
Then Yuta with Ragna won the whole thing. Dang.
Yeah. I heard he got to grand finals with Tager, but then Ragna just blew him up or something like that. But you know, Tager.
That EX. BBCP Extend.
Yeah.
He got some tricks in there. Interesting.
Yeah, some people saying that it was actually mostly anime. So.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean, like I said, I know that. I think it was like anime and Smash were like the focuses.
Right. And supposed to be kind of partial Marvel, right?
Oh, that's anime. That was.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, I didn't even mean that ironically. That's really what I was meaning.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Persona 4, Tahichi Aguro was 7th. 5th were JEO and BB. 4th was Soji. Then 3rd was Damosu with Adachi. 2nd place were Kubo with Ken, and 1st place was Cho with Ken.
Now, I think I know Joshua right now, who streams like the Arxis, events and stuff like that here. I'm pretty sure he's in Japan right now, and I think he might have been there for this event. He said that when he played Persona, he really likes the 2.0 version.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if that's the one that's going to be at Evo or not. So yeah, I don't think it is. So
it's not okay.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, honestly.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it was a team tournament, because it looks like there's.
No.
Oh, no. Okay. It's just that they're always using 2 characters.
This is how little we know.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about the game, to be perfectly honest.
Well, what about...
Go won it with Shana and Enju.
What about Koihime Enbu? Do you even know what that game is?
I have never heard of it in my life.
Yeah. This is the first time
Never heard of it. It was won by Kagekiha Shudan Saigo no Saino with Kamizono.
Yeah, they did say
and Bacho Hoto.
People are saying that it is confirmed that 2.0 will not be the one at Evo for Persona. Yeah. Okay. And then.
Yeah, Under Night and Birth.
That's
EXE late. 7th was Oshu Hito with Byakuya. Then
nice.
Go won, also 7th. 5th places were Nishine and Neko Nico with Batista. 4th was SAT. 3rd was Notes with Carmine. 2nd was Rion with Hyde, and winner was Senaru with Eltonum.
Dang, that's interesting. Even in Japan, where's Merkava, Gordo, and Waldstein? Like nowhere.
It's a good question. Yeah. I don't know.
It's really interesting. So.
Arcana Heart 3 Love Max. I heard that was a single limb.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe not single limb, or best of one.
Best of one, yeah.
It was a best of one, yeah. So that's too bad. Dis won it with Clarice. Aquapazza, some stuff happened. Wasn't there HNK?
I thought that was supposed to be.
Or was that a different event?
I don't know.
Because I definitely watched it this weekend.
Because apparently it was amazing.
I watched some of it. Yeah.
I heard like the production was really good, and it's just because the game is ridiculous.
Did you ever play that game yourself?
I've never touched it.
Okay, I did play it for a little while.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
I was hanging out with some guys on the East Coast who had it imported, and we played it a little bit, and it was fun. It was like there's some interesting stuff in there. It's not obviously it's super broken. Okay? Lots of infinites.
That's the most interesting looking infinites ever.
Instant kills, blah blah blah. But it's a fun game. So I watched it a little bit, but I don't know if it was the same. It was a different event.
Yeah, a different event. Okay.
There you go. That was fun to watch. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it was fun to watch while I was there.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying, like, Evo, why are they running the old version? That wasn't Evo's decision. That was a decision made by Atlas, I'm pretty sure. So.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because they know when it's coming out, and I think it's just not going to come out in time, basically. So.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Well, so those were the results.
Super broken understatement of the century.
Really?
I mean, dude,
that's not enough,
yeah, dude, because I just love the fact that like as the game keeps as you do combos, they tried to make it harder to do combos by increasing gravity, but then I think that looks like it increases the bounce. So like you're just like comboing them from the air and they just like bounce up and down. It's like yo-yo, dude. It's like the most ridiculous looking thing.
I mean, there are characters whose B&Bs basically go into infinites. It's just like, hey, did you get hit?
Henry was saying yesterday, like during the fight, like someone would start a combo and the other player was just like, sat there, and then was like, all right, I'll see if you mess up.
It was funny because there were a couple of times when I was watching when an Infinite would be going on, and they would change the camera angle to be the two players. Because you know what's gonna happen. They're just gonna press whatever the button is and keep it going.
Right.
Because they're not hard. They're not even hard infinites. They're just button.
So good.
Yeah, I played Hart, obviously, the fat guy.
Oh, okay. I don't even know who any of the characters are. I don't even know who the characters are. So, oh man.
So those were the results. Unfortunately, I can't speak that much even about games that I know in there because I didn't see them. And part of the reason for that was Street Fighter was on
almost
the whole time.
Right. And that actually made a lot of people mad because Street Fighter wasn't the main event of this tournament. And not only that, but Marvel apparently got screwed like you can't even imagine because I heard it got changed to best of one. And Marvel...
Did it really? Marvel was best of
one? I
one?
think that's what I read somewhere.
Oh, no, you know what? I think it was that it was 2 out of 3 the whole way.
Oh, was it just 2 out of 3?
I believe it was just 2 out of 3.
Okay.
Please confirm. But
yeah, somebody can confirm over there. But
I believe it was 2 out of 3 the whole way, which is obviously not standard for Marvel. It's been 3 out of 5 for years now.
Yeah. But apparently a lot of people were upset about it. Abigail even tweeted out a tweet longer, basically, or twit longer, is it?
Twit longer,
yeah. That just talked about all this stuff. I mean, I have it up here. If people don't want me to just read it out or something like that.
Yeah, you can give a gist of it.
Yeah. So here we go. It was written by Disco Vigilante. And basically, he said that KSB was a huge opportunity to rejuvenate the Japanese Marvel scene.
Right.
And the tournament itself had a lot of hype moments that you wouldn't get to see at most majors. A Tron player managed to knock RF into losers, and then a Spider-Man player eliminated. A godlike Point Shuma got to 4th place, which was Bonchu apparently, with some intense matches of his own. Nemo lost to Mabushin and the relatively unknown SMMT in extremely exciting matches. There's amazing character variety, which is one of the main aspects of Japanese Marvel. So it was an amazing tournament. And so he's actually saying that Marvel is far from dead in Japan.
Yeah.
That, had it been on the mainstream and on stream, it would have generated even more interest in the game and provided for several Halls of Hype moments. That's an awesome name, Halls of Hype. But sadly, stage and stream time were dominated by Ultra Street Fighter 4, which is a topic we'll get into a little bit later on when we talk about some of the later events. USF4, a 64-man bracket, was on the main projector from start to finish and was even 3 out of 5 from top 8 onward, maybe earlier. Marvel, which had over 200 entrants and 12 qualifiers in the months leading up to the main tournament, had only top 3 on stage, and the entire tournament was 2 out of 3. Right. Yeah, you're right. Okay. To exacerbate things, there was no time or room for casuals, so all of these amazing players who had never played each other before ended up not getting the chance at all.
That sucks.
Yeah. Large Ultra tournaments happen all the time in Japan, so, they were really kind of sad that it turned out the way it did.
Yeah.
Not sure what the reasonable solution was. As it has been said, it's difficult balancing everyone's interest, and of course, Disco Vigilante says that he believes that every game should get equal stream time as much as possible. KSB being a Capcom Pro Tour event basically guaranteed it would dominate the stream, right? So that's not a surprise right there. So, and then top 8 would be 3 out of 5. Some people were saying the games could have been run on different ways to ensure equal stream time. Some said Ultra shouldn't have been in the event at all, etc., etc. But yeah, he's saying having lived in Japan for 2 years and knowing how hard the players train and how far they traveled just to play in a 2 out of 3 tournament for Marvel, with no casuals and barely any stream time, he said it just stung for a lot of the players.
Yeah, sucks.
And he went to 3 different qualifiers, devoted much of his time to grinding, and he just felt like he got shortchanged. So he's still glad that they got him all in the room to play and everything like that, but he wished that there could be a lot more. So he's hoping that the future of Marvel still continues to grow stronger in Japan and such. So
yeah, well, I mean that sucks.
Yeah,
that's all unfortunate stuff to hear about. I would really have liked to see some of those matches. I oftentimes don't love watching that game, but there are times when I really do, and part of it is if something unusual is going on.
Yeah, if the character variety, Point Shuma.
I would love to see. I mean, I remember seeing. I feel like last time I saw Point Shuma was like 2 years ago, or maybe longer. It feels like it's been a long time as far as competent players. So that would have been awesome to see, and he got 4th place. Dang. And Nemo he lost in interesting matches, apparently. Exciting matches. So.
And Toluca Freak was saying that Street Fighter 4 was added even at the last minute to KVO.
Really?
Yeah, so it wasn't even like one of the main things in the first place, and then all of a sudden it just took over everything, which is really unfortunate. So
definitely that's
I mean, in those kind of situations, what a lot of, Disco Vigilante was asking, like, what can we do? A lot of these days, events have gone to two stages, 2 streams kind of thing. That might have actually been a good thing to do, just have a Capcom focused Street Fighter stream and then have the other stream get a lot of the other games over there, because that's how most events are starting to become now. It's very rare to have a tournament with only 1 stream. There's always at least 2 streams. Most of them even have 3 streams now.
That's true.
So that's probably one of the best ways to solve that kind of situation, and then that way you can play at the same time. I'm guessing outside of Nemo, there probably wasn't a lot of crossover between the 2 games.
Yeah, that's a good bet, bro.
So I'm pretty sure they could have just played at the same time. So
yeah, it's unfortunate. That's definitely unfortunate.
Oh, there's some people are saying that there was a bandwidth problem, which is always a concern. So they couldn't have 2 streams because they just didn't have the bandwidth.
Oh, they planned for it and it didn't work.
Yeah, that's. So a lot of times now, what a lot of events do as well is when they hunt venues, that's one of the requirements, is to have enough bandwidth for multiple streams, right? And we'll get to that as well. Vi's been hunting for SCR venues, and he always talks about, like, oh, we checked this place out, they didn't have bandwidth. Checking out other places, so it's definitely has to be a requirement. Can't just go into a venue and be like, I hope their internet is good. So that's
well, I'm sorry about the Japanese Marvel scene, and apparently for the other ones too, that some of them got screwed. Like I heard that AH3 was 1 game. That's it's too bad, especially because those other games were more of the focus. So. It's unfortunate. Hopefully it doesn't actually deal any damage to the Japanese Marvel scene. You never want a game or a scene to die, especially a scene that has it has an interesting take on that game. It has a different take on that game than Americans do. So that's cool. That's cool. It would be really unfortunate if something happened.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it about KVO. Do you want to take a break, and when we come back, we can talk about upcoming events and some really cool game news that's coming up. So
let's do it.
All right. We'll be right back.